we are given a question on osmosis. Now, before we move on to the question, let's see what osmosis actually means. What is osmosis? Osmosis is when we have a liquid particle. Now be careful, I use the word liquid. When we have a liquid particle or a liquid molecule moving from a region of lower concentration down to high concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. That's what we call osmosis. Now look at the criteria again. The very first thing is that osmosis only works with liquid particles. That means you cannot see the phenomenon of osmosis in solid and in gas. So we can only see the phenomenon of osmosis only in a liquid particle. And not only that, the liquid particle will actually move from a region of lower concentration down to a region of high concentration. And not only that, the movement at which they move, or the medium at which they move, is through a semi-permeable membrane. Or let me just literally say like a filter. Like a filter. Now, this semi-permeable membrane can only allow a liquid particle to pass through it. That means it can't allow a solid particle, and probably it can't allow a gaseous particle to pass through them. I'd love to give a typical example. Let's assume we have a beaker, and in this beaker contains a liquid portion or a liquid particle we call water. And probably I have my yam, a tuber of yam, and this tuber of yam is placed into the beaker where there is water into. Now, what we observe is that we are going to see that we're going to end up having that it's only the yam that will be in the beaker. The water will be disappeared. No water. Why? What has happened? What happened is that the concentration of the liquid is low to that of the concentration of the self-sap of the yam. So when I try to put the yam into the beaker, we see that the liquid, which has a lower concentration, has entered into the yam, making that the water here to disappear. So that means the water that disappear in the beaker are inside the yam. Why? Because they move from a region of a lower concentration down to a region of high concentration. And that's what we call osmosis. Now let's go back to our question and see whether we have something like that. Coming back to the question, we are given that osmosis can be defined as the movement of, option A says, molecules. Option A says molecules from solution of high concentration. That's wrong. It has to start from solution of low concentration. Let's go for option B. Option B says molecules from solution of low concentration, which is right, to high concentration. Let's see all that to our left hand side. Let's consider the rest of the option. Option C says water from solution of high concentration. That's wrong. Option D says water across a semi-permeable membrane from a solution of low concentration to high concentration. That's actually correct. Let's put option D in the right hand side. Let's move on to option E. Water across a semi-permeable membrane from a solution of high concentration to low concentration. That's wrong. Now let's look at the issue between option B and our option D. If you consider our option B actually gives us how the molecules move from a low concentration down to high concentration, which is correct. But it never tell us the medium at which the molecule was able to move from a low concentration to high concentration. But look at option B. In our option B, we are given that the water, don't forget, water is a liquid portion, across a semi-permeable membrane from a solution of low concentration to high concentration. So we go for our option D. Option D stands as the right answer.